Howdy! Welcome to Aspire Mountain Academy. I'm Professor Curtis, your instructor for this course, Statistics 101, Introduction to Statistics. In less than 10 minutes, this video conveys what you can expect from this course. Let's get started. So this is an introductory course in statistics. We're going to cover the basic foundational content that most first-time statistics courses cover. Now, if you're like most people, that's going to sound excruciatingly boring. I mean, after all, most people think of stats as a dry and dull subject, and there's good reason for that. First, statistics is typically taught that way. Students are going to take their cue from the instructor, so when they see the typical instructor's dry and dull presentation manner, it's easy to assume the subject matter must be dry and dull also. So it's not surprising to find, therefore, many students falling asleep in a statistics class. I was one such student in the first statistics class I ever took. It was the perfect storm trifecta. First, the class was at 1:30 in the afternoon, so right after lunch at the beginning of siesta time. And second, the class was in a huge auditorium, was constantly kept warm, plenty of room to stretch out. I mean, there's no sold-out show here, but again, the highlighter of a sold-out show isn't likely to be a stats lecture. And that's especially true with the instructor I had. I mean, a computer has more voice intonation than this guy had. So it shouldn't be hard for you to imagine how this combination could have put anyone to sleep, even a student like myself who had never fallen asleep in class, ever. Well, that is until I took this class. Now, I remember well our midterm exam. Of course, most of the class failed the midterm, and by fail, I mean we seriously bombed it. The instructor responded by working the test in class. So he starts at one end of the chalkboard, there on one side of the room, and he works each problem in succession, and 20 minutes later, he had reached the end of the chalkboard at the other side of the room. He'd finished the test, so he turns to the class, announces he needed only 20 minutes to do what we couldn't do in 50, and then he asked, "So what's your problem?" Now, I'm not normally given to violence, but in that moment, all I wanted to do was jump out of my seat and pound this guy 6 feet under, all the while screaming, "What's our problem? You're the one with the PhD in statistics. Why don't you do one of those statistical studies and figure it out?" Now, I got an A in that class, but I know he graded on a curve because I didn't really learn anything except how to hate statistics even more than I did before I took the class. And for years thereafter, statistics seemed esoteric and nebulous to me. Now, I tell you this story so that you know, even after all these years, I remember how horrible it was, and therefore have done my best to provide you with an experience that is nothing like mine was. I want you to see statistics as your friend and not your enemy. I want you to see how exciting and powerful statistics can be, because it really is. Now, I didn't see that until statistics became part of my day job. This graph that you see on the screen is similar to ones that I was making while working as a reliability engineer. These are statistical models based on the Weibull distribution. Now, we use these models to tell customers when their power production equipment would fail, and the predictions were amazingly accurate. Now, imagine one of these units, which you saw in the previous lecture. Pretty huge, lots of moving parts inside. And we can predict fairly accurately when that unit will fail. Well, that's amazing. But once I saw the power behind statistics, I began to change my perspective of the subject. I started wanting to learn what I should have learned in that first statistics class in college. And now, I hope you too will see statistics as the powerful and exciting course of study that it really can be. And you too will really want to learn it. Now, of course, statistics relies on mathematics, but it's more than just another math class. Statistics is really a course in critical thinking skills. You can train any monkey to push the right buttons in statistical software to analyze a data set, but it takes critical thinking skills to interpret the results of that analysis and apply them to the real world. Now, statistical models can also tell you anything you want to hear. You can make a model that supports a predetermined conclusion just by cherry-picking the data that feeds the model. But does that model make sense? Does it match real-world experience? If not, what data were included, what data were excluded, and why? You can bend and twist statistics to support whatever story you want others to believe. And we're going to see Lots of examples of that all throughout this course. So it takes critical thinking skills to ferret out the fact from the fiction. Statistics can also be a course in ethics. If you can make a model that tells you anything you want to hear, what are the ethical implications of using such a model? Should we do something just because we can? For instance, some statistical models developed in the late 19th and early 20th centuries were in support of eugenics. The idea that because some people are, through their genetics, they're inherently better than others, so therefore we should seek to eradicate the lesser portion of the population for the good of the whole. Now, these ideas later fit Hitler's Nazi regime, and we all know to what tragedies that led. Statistics has not only broad application, but also many ways to approach it. And like any other tool, it's not inherently good or bad, but how you use it is. So statistics can help us to learn ethics. Let's talk for a moment now about who should be taking this course. Aspire Mountain Academy does not offer any type of certification. So if that's what you're looking for, this course is not for you. We're interested in helping people learn skills so they can be productive in the real world and live their best life. If you want some other credit for the learning, then enroll in a course that will offer you what you seek. However, that said, there are many individuals who will benefit tremendously from this course. Now, if you're already a student enrolled in a first-time statistics course, then this AMA course can help you fill in the knowledge gaps your instructor either can't or won't. So maybe you're a high school student taking an AP statistics course, for example. Or you could be already enrolled in a first-time statistics course at an accredited higher educational institution. Now, if you have a MyMathLab or MyStatLab account with Pearson, this course is definitely for you because it has been crafted to mirror one of their most popular statistics courses that they offer. Now, Pearson's product uses a statistical software package called StatCrunch, and we're going to be exploring that in this course. So anyone who desires to learn more about how to use StatCrunch is also going to benefit from this course. And even if you graduated from college years ago, or you never went to college, and you're now working as a professional in your career, you too can benefit from taking this course. Again, we want to focus on skills that can help you in the real world. Mastery of statistics can help many professionals perform better in their current job and potentially qualify them for a promotion. So, if you proceed with this course, you're going to find that many lectures presume a mastery of introductory mathematics. A knowledge of algebra is also very helpful, especially when working with linear regression. So, if you feel you need more grounding in these prereqs, then go back to Aspire Mountain Academy, the website, check out other courses that we offer. And if you don't find what you need there, then there are plenty of other places online where you can get what you need. And that brings us to the end of this mini lecture. You can find more mini lectures for this and other courses at AspireMountainAcademy.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.